Do have another call that we want to make, which is that NBC News can now project that Democratic Socialist Zohran Mamdani is the projected winner, the mayor-elect of New York City, the first Muslim to hold that distinction.
Donald Trump, turn the volume up.
If you told me 20 years ago that New York City would elect a mayor who is a Muslim guy, a terrorist sympathizer, who is anti-cop, I would laugh in your face.
Do you believe the NYPD is racist?
Yes! Oh, God. There it is.
Free buses, freeze the rent, universal child care. All these policies are wildly popular.
All that cool free
I'll
stuff.
Respond. Yes.
Who's going to pay for it? Who's going to pay for it? Venezuela, Cuba, Soviet Union.
Okay.
Give me an example, and I'll come with you. I'm all in.
New York will remain a city of immigrants, and as of tonight, led by an immigrant.
Every American that's watching this, don't get it twisted.
Okay, Vinny.
The moment a Democrat comes into power, the border's wide open.
All new at 6, some here in South Florida have their eyes on the race for mayor in New York City.
That was an interesting point. South Florida Realtors say they've been contacted by New Yorkers already looking to move to the Sunshine State if self-described Democratic Socialist Zohran Mamdani is elected mayor of New York City. CBS News Miami's Bree Buckley looks into it.
A lot of people are worried.
Isaac Toledano is the CEO and founder of BH Group Miami, a high-end real estate development firm. He says the race for mayor in New York City could impact South Florida.
We already see a lot of New York buyers and their brokers and agents and representatives already looking to buy real estate and getting information.
His clients say they're worried if self-described Democratic Socialist Zohran Mamdani is elected mayor, that crime will rise as well as taxes.
Here's Mamdani's Polymarket. They just literally tweeted this an hour and a half ago of what, Rob, I don't know if you saw this one with Humberto that he sent it in. You know which one I'm saying? Polymarket came up, okay? His rent freeze, the bet if you want to make it, is 65% likely. There you go. 63% chance he delivers on his promise of rent freeze. Okay? Will Mamdani freeze New York City rent before 2027? 63 says yes. He's gonna.
And I turn up to another level. We gon' give him all the praise, cause it ain't nobody better. We gon' turn up to another level. We gon' give him all the praise, cause it ain't nobody better. Can't help myself. I can't help myself. When I get to praising up in this place, I lose my breath. Why they party? I'm in here grinding. Money I'm stacking. Why they rock diamonds? I can't relate to them, ain't my shit common. I set a goal for me, 2 or 3 commas. 7 figures, 8 figures to 9 figures. On a slow pace to get rich quick. Same time we just think different. Cause when you make it, it hit different.
What it do, babies? It's your partner Dale, looking oh so fresco clean. You see me looking better than you. Now take the picture for your mama and them, guys. Welcome to the edition of the Accountable Podcast on Thursday, guys. Man, thank you for kicking it with your partner, man. Do me a quick favor, y'all, if you don't mind. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. If you have a little bell on the left or right side or top bar, whatever it may be, click on that thing so when you get alert, you come kick it with your mans and them, y'all. Guys, let's get into this thing, man, and get into what's up with you, Lonzo. I see you, big baby. I see you, big dog. I see you, man. I see you. But, guys, man, let's get into our topics today, guys, man. We going to jump right into this. Right into this, guys, all right? Right into it. We're going to jump right in. So, yesterday, guys, was a very interesting day. Somebody actually there was an election that went on, all right? Election that went on, and that election was popular, but it was really 3 states. It was I believe New Jersey. Then you had New York and Virginia. And you had some local elections as well also. But there was one in particular because it's in the state of New York, and it's New York City, which is really at the moment the financial capital of the world. But I can make a case that Dallas is about to replace New York as the financial capital of the world. Mark my words, guys. But anyways, man, they actually elected for the first time, guys, Zohran Mamdani. He is a Democrat socialist, is what he is. It's what he calls himself. I don't think he even claims to be an American. He claims to be just an immigrant. And there was a lot of talk about him concerning this, and he won. He has some very, very radical ideas, and we'll go through one of them today, a couple of them today, but one of them today. But guys, it was a celebration for the liberal side yesterday because all of the liberals got behind him. The New York governor got behind him, Kathy Hochul. Bernie Sanders is behind him, of course. AOC is behind him as well. And he had other people that actually got behind him as well also. And this is going to be very interesting, guys. So let's dive into this real quickly, guys, and see what's going on and see what actually happened, guys. Let's get into this thing. Here we go. There was an announcement. Whenever there was an announcement, there's always an announcement that they actually make, and they say, well, we have an objection to make. And this actually happened on NBC, right? Let's get into this thing and hear what they got to say. Here we go.
Another call that we want to make, which is that NBC News can now project that Democratic Socialist Zohran Mamdani is the projected winner, the mayor-elect of New York City, the first Muslim to hold that distinction. He came from near obscurity, an assemblyman, soared to the top of the list in the primary. Governor Cuomo was beaten there and then ran as an independent, and now he has declared victory once again. Steve, take us to the big board. How did he pull this off? How did he pull off what is going to be an historic win?
Yeah, well, it's probably going to be closer, too, than his primary win. That was a 12-point margin he had in the primary. I mean, clearly, we said the polls were all over the place, but the polls that showed the closest margin here ended up being the accurate ones here, in part because that Curtis Lewa vote, that is, 10 points, maybe 15 points lower than he was at in some of the polls. And it just looks like it really did consolidate behind Andrew Cuomo. One thing to look at as the vote continues to come in is, will Mamdani end up clearing 50%? Will he be able to say he got a majority? Now, in terms of where the remaining vote is coming in, the one thing Mamdani, besides the fact that he just won the race, if he wants to crack 50, the one thing he has going in his favor is disproportionately, there's a little more vote to come out of Brooklyn than the other boroughs, just in terms of the proportion of it. And that is Mamdani's best part of the city right now. And where there is the least amount of vote to come in is Staten Island. And that is obviously Mamdani's worst part of the city. So the opportunity is there for Mamdani to get over 50%. We'll see. Could he make this a double-digit win over Cuomo? We'll see. But again, you think about this. This is the Democratic nominee in one of the most strongly Democratic cities in the United States. And in the general election, you're looking at maybe, a 10-point win, maybe a high single-digit win. So there ended up being a lot of folks in the city who were not willing to vote for Zohran Mamdani, even though he's with the Democrats, and even though the Democrats typically win New York City elections, by open lengths. So there was consolidation here. I think it's noteworthy as well. In our exit poll, we asked folks if it was just a two-person race, Cuomo versus Mamdani, and it was basically dead even in our exit poll there. So if you're the Cuomo campaign, you're seeing this consolidation. One thing you're probably thinking of is, geez, hey, they got Eric Adams, the incumbent mayor, to drop out and get behind Cuomo. What if they could have actually gotten Curtis Lewa out of this race and gotten full consolidation? This thing would be, in fact, a real nail biter right now. Just, one final point as we watch the final results come in with Cuomo losing. Probably going to be a lot of talk that this is the end of that Cuomo dynasty, that goes back decades, I should say, with his father. His father, almost 50 years ago, ran for mayor of New York City, lost the Democratic primary, continued his candidacy as a third-party candidate in the general election, just like his son. And Mario Cuomo lost that election to Ed Koch, 50 to 41%. And that might be exactly where this thing lands tonight.
Wow. So guys, you kind of see what actually happened is New York City overwhelmingly voted for a socialist. He is a socialist, guys. He is a socialist. Socialist believes that the government should control the means of productions of everything. And some stuff he's actually said is kind of radical. He doesn't believe that billionaires should exist, right? He wants to give, or he wants to do rent freeze. We'll go through that in a second. He also wants to tax the top 1%. But again, guys, I've did several kind of move podcasts on, guys, the rich don't pay taxes, guys. It's called income tax. The wealthy don't generate an income. They live off of debt. They leverage everything. So again, if you believe what these fools are saying when it comes to tax the rich, it's the biggest lie ever, because the wealthy don't make income. It's called income tax. Okay? This is the reason why Elon Musk has now, as of today, been approved for a $1 trillion package. If you look at the language and the structure of that package, guys, it's within stock, not a salary. Okay? It's within a stock, not salary. The wealthy understand how to build assets and then the levels of those assets properly to live off of that as income. Debt cannot be taxed. So when you hear someone say we're going to tax the rich, they are lying to you. It's a bold-faced lie. Stop it, guys. Do you guys really believe that the top 1%, the wealthy, don't have the best accountants, tax assessors, tax planners, financial planners, strategists on their team to find every single nook and cranny law, tax code in the code to not pay the taxes? That's why it's called a tax code. Those that know and understand the code can maximize the tax code. So stop getting mad at people paying nothing in taxes. They know more than you about the tax code. Learn it. It's real simple, guys. But yep, he won, guys. He won. We got some commentary. CC says it literally affects everyone, even if we don't live in New York City. I can see that. I can understand that. Then it says it literally affects everyone. Okay, I just said it again. But I would just say, guys, it's the New York voted in a socialist. Socialism has a 0% success rate. Let me say it again for the folk in the back row, right? Socialism has a 0% success rate. It has never worked. Not one time. So it's been tried a lot, but it has never worked. But New York just voted in its first socialist as its mayor. Hey, congratulations, New York. Hey, you're going to mess around and find out. You're going to find out. But yeah, that's what's going on there, guys. Real quickly. Now, let's get some reaction to this shocking win, okay? Let's get some reaction to this shocking win. Let's go to the pro side, people that love Mamdani. Let's bring this lady in. She's actually a big fan of him, right? Let me bring her in. Big fan of him. Remember, big real fast. She loves him. I want you guys to hear what she's saying. Listen clearly, all right? She voted for him. Hold on one second.
Absolutely.
Let's go back.
Sharia law starts now. Absolutely. Zohran Mamdani, Islamic Caliphate, our brother in Islam, Islamic Caliphate of New York starts today, baby.
God, there is just something something so electric, so satisfying about knowing that my MAGA parents, wherever they are probably having a horrible night tonight. Oh, I literally just got goosebumps thinking about it. Like they are in such a bad mood probably about the fact that Zohran just won and Prop 50 is gonna pass. Like, wow. God, I'm sorry. It just makes me feel good that my MAGA parents are probably upset right now.
When the day starts with Dick Cheney being dead, it ends with Mamdani winning. Oh, yes. Oh. I'm so happy. Oh my God, I'm so happy.
Sharia law starts now. Absolutely.
Now, you hear what she just said. Sharia law starts now. Sharia law starts now. That's what she just said. Sharia law starts now. Again, hey, just the caliphate, yeah? Uh-huh. And folk can celebrate this, not knowing that as a woman, Sharia law, it won't go well for you, my ladies. It won't. But hey, you're going to mess around and find out, guys. You're going to mess around and find out. That's what's going to happen, guys. You're going to mess around and find out. Again, let's go to some additional stuff. Now, Stephen A. Smith has something to say a little bit about it. There's 2 clips of him to be on play. He responded because he actually lives in New York. So let's get what a New Yorker has to say, because other lady did as well. Let's see what Stephen A. Smith had to say about this win by Zohran Mamdani as the new mayor of New York. Let's get into it. Here we go.
I like Mamdani. I'm looking forward to interviewing him. He's promised to be on this show. But I'm very, very concerned about some of the things that he said.
Really?
I'm very concerned about what he once said about defunding the police.
What?
I'm calling 911. I'm being real with you. I'm calling 911. That's what I'm doing. I don't want to see less police officers. I want to see more police officers. I heard him talk about mental health experts in the subway system. I don't care about that. I want cops in the subways in New York City, where I was born and raised. Born in the Bronx, raised in Queens. That's what I want. I want to hear about no damn mental health experts in subways. Nah, I'm not trying to hear that, okay? 2% tax on the rich. Okay, fine.
Stephen A., respectfully, I got to hammer this in. Guys, when someone says to tax the rich, they are lying to you. The rich don't pay taxes legally. They pay as little taxes as possible legally, and you can too. This is ridiculous. And how is it wise for the very entity, the government, can spend money better than you? Let's look at the government success rate. Oh, it sucks. It's bad. Yep. But let's keep going. It's Stephen A. Smith, y'all. Okay, go.
11.5% capital gains tax.
Trash.
On its face. Okay, fine. Free buses. Free grocery stores in each borough. Really? Really think that's going to work?
He does.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're at a crossroads in this nation.
Yeah, we are.
And there's no way to slice it.
Uh-huh.
And the level of vitriol that you see amongst the American citizen is because, God forbid, that you have a difference of opinion. It's not enough to agree. You know, people have to be disagreeable.
Yeah.
And you have to be selfish if you're a person that's rich, that's making money, and you don't want to pay your fair share of taxes. Well, when you think about the billionaires in the state, in the city of New York, they make up about 48% in terms of the amount of taxes that they dole out compared to the average American, compared to the rest of New Yorkers. And if you're talking about raising their taxes while doing these other things, you're making New York unattractive, not just for residents, but for businesses.
Yes.
And if you make it unattractive for businesses and you don't, and you compromise the ability to be the capitalists that these people are, then they take their businesses elsewhere.
Sure enough.
So the money that they paid on their homes or in rent, they move out of the city or the state.
Yeah.
businesses follow. And then ultimately the tax burden falls on to New Yorkers out there.
Come on.
Which means that rent freezes, which is also something that Mamdani pushed. Is that really going to be plausible? Are you really going to be able to freeze rent? Or are you going to end up hiking it? Because you don't have enough people here to pay it.
This is stupid.
Tax revenue, where you getting that from? See, these are all the kind of things that we have to connect the dots and ask ourselves, 1 + 1, does it equal 2? Is it really plausible that these things are going to happen?
And y'all voted for this dumb stuff, man. Oh my God. Y'all voted for, my dude said free, what is it? Free buses. For real. For real. What's it? City rent grocery stores. That shit ain't never worked. That ain't never worked. Rent freezes. Oh my God. If you want to drive out developers and investors out of a city, go ahead and implement rent control. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, y'all. Let's go to the next thing. Hey, is this? Oh my bad. One second. Is this? No, that's not what I wanted. What happened to the thing? Anyways, let's go back. Anyways, guys, is this the decline? Is this the beginning of the decline for New York? Let's keep going to some more people that actually are responding. Let's go to another. But Stephen A. Smith, he's making guest appearances on this thing over and over again, y'all. Brother Stephen A. Stephen A. Love kids. Here's him going a little bit deeper. Here we go. Let's get it again.
But when this brother said that, what you were saying is nobody needs to make more than a certain amount of money. Who the hell are you to say that? This is America. That's not going to fly. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you right now, the Democrats, if AOC and Mamdani and people like and Bernie Sanders, if folks like that take over the Democratic Party, one or two things happening. The Democratic Party is toast. Or America is.
He ain't never lied, Doc. He ain't told not one story, y'all. Again, y'all voted for this. I'm sorry, y'all. Tell me that you are a dumb voter. When I tell you you're a dumb voter, you voted for Zohran Mamdani. Okay, y'all. Okay, let's bring in voters, because I don't know if Stephen voted for him. I don't know. He said he liked him. I don't know. It's what it is. I mean, but I got to say, when Zohran said he's going to defund the police, he said, I didn't say that. Yes, you did. You said he said it. But he wants to send in social workers on crime scenes. I'm sorry. That's what y'all voted for. Y'all voted for this, y'all. Y'all go mess around and find out. It's all good. Hey, y'all. Here go another. This is a street interview of two people. One that actually did not vote for Zohran. Another one that did. And let's watch this interesting exchange, y'all, because it gets real interesting. I want y'all to see this in real time. All right, let's get into it. Here we go. Let's go. This is a very. Here we go.
You just voted. Who'd you vote for?
I voted for Zohran.
Zohran. What made you want to vote for Zohran?
I stand by a lot of his policies.
What are some of his policies you're super excited about?
Yeah, freezing the rent. That sounds great. Who did you vote for?
Freezing the rent. That sounds great. I bet she doesn't know what freezing the rent is. I bet she has no clue what that is. No clue. What y'all voted for? Let's keep going. Let's get it. Here we go.
I'm not a New York City resident, so unfortunately I can't vote.
Okay, cool. Well, so where are you from?
Originally from Utah. I do have an office here in New York City where I come in and out of, so I do care about the city a lot, and so I go all across the world interviewing people on important subjects such as the New York City election. So freezing the rent, what do you think is going to happen to New York City and the landlords? Do you think freezing the rent is a realistic approach to solving the housing crisis here in New York City?
Solving the housing crisis?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to completely solve the housing crisis. I feel like we're going to need rent to be lowered overall, and just in general.
Yeah. And what are some of the other things you voted for Zohran for?
Ridiculous.
Other than the rent stuff, free childcare is incredible. Taxing billionaires and millionaires It's great, especially increasing their taxes so that we can have more equal pay in our society.
There's any of a million reasons, right? You can go through every single one of his policy proposals, and almost all of them are just inept. But from a fundamental reason, if there's just one takeaway, Zohran is fundamentally anti-American, and his entire entourage, and not just his social circles, we're talking about folks that he's going to put in his administration and his cabinet in positions of power, are fundamentally and principally anti-American. They believe that America is a net negative on the world. So setting aside all of these different proposals he has, which will inevitably fail.
Did you vote?
I am still undecided. I will vote today before the votes close. I want to vote for whoever has the best chance of defeating Zohran. I think he's a cancer to everything America stands for. Respectfully, of course. Non-personal.
No, it's fine. No worries.
So the ideas of taxing the rich, what do you think is going to happen to the rich here in New York City?
I didn't want to really debate about it, to be fair, but
should billionaires exist?
Should billionaires? No, they should not exist. Absolutely not. I don't think it's ethical for somebody to have that much money, for real.
You think a billionaire should exist?
So hold on. How? Hold on. Let's just keep going.
I think billionaires, to break down what a billionaire is, right? Most of the billionaires that do exist on this earth, their net worth is tied up in their stock of companies. And those companies, just give or take, feed millions and millions of families.
Yep.
Most billionaires are a net positive, including Jeff Bezos, including Elon Musk. Think of the employees that they hire and the bread that they put on people's families and the jobs that they bring in. Whenever their headquarters or different of their businesses come to a certain city in a certain jurisdiction, that is an economic flourishment. So I will meet you at a certain point, which is to say huge wealth disparities are cancerous for a democracy, but to sum out there and say tax the rich without being more nuanced, now I'm not saying that you're being unnuanced, I'm saying Zohran is deliberately being unnuanced because he is blending billionaires and millionaires together. 80% of millionaires in the United States are self-made. Most of them are small business owners who feed families and feed employees and are only value adds to their community. Getting them out of New York and continuing this mass exodus of folks to going to tax lesser states like Florida will eviscerate the tax base of New York City, and all these pie-in-the-sky projects he's talking about won't have any taxes to fund them. We should be incentivizing the rich to stay.
I mean, there's actual evidence and proof. I've read articles that have proven that billionaires, they're just saying that. It's just a threat. They're not going to move out of New York City, especially in the next few years. There's so much business here. There's so much life here for them. And then when you talk about them hiring so many workers and stuff, that's incredible. I feel like the problem is they're not getting paid enough. They should be getting paid more, better health care. I'm talking about Amazon. I'm talking about big companies like that are exploiting their workers.
Totally fair.
So that's how I feel about it. I don't want to spend my day talking about this too much.
No, of course, we don't want to
but I do find it. I find your opinion interesting.
What do you find so interesting about his opinion?
I'm done talking. No, I'm done. But no. Yeah. Take care, you guys.
So, my God, so much I want to say on that one. I'll save my comments for when I respond, guys. But as you can see, you see two different perspectives there when it comes to Zohran. One was for him, so one was against him. The one that was against him offered a lot more tangible facts than the green-haired one on the right-hand side that was dressed like, no, I can't say like Pee Wee Herman, but like one of the clowns that goes to the circus. That's what he was kind of dressed like. Respectfully. Hey, that's his style. That's his style. It is what it is. What it is. It is what it is. Let's keep it going, guys. What else do we got next, guys? We got now. Let's listen to some residents that are there, right? People that actually, small business owners. Let's see what they got to say about this, guys. And you're gonna be very surprised at what they actually say about Zohran being elected. Let's see. Let's bring them in real quickly and see what they got to say about this win, and see if they're as happy as people thought they should be. Here we go.
Did he win, by the way?
He won.
They chose the knucklehead, so we're going to pay for it.
What happens if he opens up the government-run grocery stores?
I'm not with it.
Oh, you don't like the government-run grocery stores?
No.
$30 minimum wage. Can you explain how that might affect businesses?
We're going to hell. It's over.
How are they going to make payroll? It's just about all the policy that he's trying to do, increasing the workers and the taxes. It's not good.
The minimum wage doesn't help the worker. It just helps the system. Pay more money, more taxes, prices go up.
Overnight, half of them will go out of business.
Well, I'm in a blue state, I'm sorry, but I've been red my whole life. Democrats have always ruined, steal, rob, and lie.
Any thoughts on having him for 4 years?
What I can do is just swallow and try to face it, but it's not easy. We're cooked. We're on the way to becoming a communist state.
The city's in trouble. They're in trouble.
Good luck.
Did he win?
So guys, I actually think that the black guy here, he should run for mayor. because he actually has a lot more sense than anyone that was actually running for mayor, including Zohran. He has more sense. Hey, I don't know what's your name, brother, but man, next cycle, run for mayor. Run for mayor. You can do a better job than these jokers. There's somebody like real talk. But again, guys, think about this: $30 an hour. Think about it. McDonald's paying people $30 an hour to work at McDonald's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A. $30 an hour. How is a local convenience store, a local restaurant going to compete with that? $30 an hour? For what? Flipping burgers? That's what we're doing? So you get paid like an engineer for flipping burgers. That makes sense. All because you believe that that's a livable wage based on what you just believe. There's no facts, no studies, no nothing. Everything is theory. That's the one thing that I see on the left-hand side is everything is based off of theory. There's no case studies. There's nothing that they can point to. My dude said, the one that with the green hair said that I've seen articles. Articles? So not case studies, articles, someone's opinion. Again, theory. Our country and cities, they are ran by theorists. Everything's theory. And they ain't had no real job, no nothing. $30 now. Get the hell out of here. All right. Oh, my bad. Sorry, Siri. But guys, now here is another thing on Pierce Morgan. He has people come. He had people get on there, and I watched this entire thing, guys. It was spicy the entire time. But there's one section that I want to really focus on, guys, real quickly here, and that is between. Let's see here. We get to it. There we go. Boom. Here they are, guys. They're talking about the murder rate in New York. Here we go. Let's get into it.
Is mayor of New York.
Why would that be disqualifying?
Pierce, amen. Thank
Why
you for
would that be
bringing that
disqualifying?
up. This
To say
is
you
New York
should
City.
defund the NYPD.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
New York City.
What's the answer to the question?
Mark, it's my turn.
Let Lindy
Please
go
finish.
first, and I'll let you respond.
I'm not cutting you off. I'm asking a question.
Please, let me finish. 40% of unsolved murders. This is New York City, the biggest city in the country, and 40% of murders have been unsolved. And he wants to defund the police? Yeah, okay. And then according to some studies, 25% of New York, they want to flee because of his policies, okay? He's on a speedway to hell. And another thing is, Mark, I felt like I was talking to, what's his name? Frank Luntz. I felt like I was listening to a new age therapist. Like, is he crazy? He wants to put forward people like Wes Moore and Cory Booker. Let's go through his people. Like, for example, Cory Booker tried the presidential campaign thing already. He was polling at 1% to 2%. Okay, so we already tried that. The trial balloon failed. Number 2, Wes Moore, he lied about getting a Bronze Star. These are the people that Frank Luntz wants to be the face of the Democratic Party? Then please, sounds good to me. And then he talks about the importance of Prop 50. Yes, it's important, but I also think it's a gift to Republicans because in this case, it allows Republicans to tie Gavin Newsom's failed policies to him. There's no way to disentangle the two. We are now able to tie $7 per gallon gas to Gavin Newsom. We can tie homeless encampments all across the state to Gavin Newsom. And you know what, Gavin Newsom, this is all about him running for 2028. This wasn't about the people of California.
Right.
This wasn't about
it may be.
Well,
hang on. Don't talk about it is.
So again, guys, you have the brother right here, Mark Lamont Hill. He's a socialist. He's really a socialist. And this lady here, she used to former Democrat, to be honest with you. Now she's turned conservative, and she was a really, really, really connected Democrat strategist. I mean, she worked on a lot of Democrat campaigns, but then all of a sudden she turned cold, which was pretty good. So, anyways, guys, that is what's going on there, guys. Again, it's just I don't see how it made sense to vote for this dude. But hey, to each his own. It is what it is. Now, let's go to the next topic, guys, real quickly here. No, not that, guys. My bad. There we go. Now, Florida's booming real estate market coming. There is, not theory, facts that a lot of the wealthy, right, and the affluent are going to flee New York and then go to Florida and or Texas, and also Tennessee as well also. Here is the one thing I'm going to say is money follows value. And if you are taxing the top 1%, which accounts for a third of all the tax revenue in New York is paid for by the top 1%. A third. You wanted to tax them more. Got it. Now let's dive into this real quickly, guys, and go to our guys from Valuetainment real quickly. My boy PBD. They're going to be talking about what's happening in Florida. Watch this, guys. Here we go.
The story comes out Financial Times. Miami realtors pitch safe spaces for millionaires fleeing Mamdani's New York. I'm coming to you with this one, Barry. So if you want to pull up this video, Rob, I think you got a video on this one here. Let me go to this one. I'll read it, and then we can turn over to the video. So a few days before mayoral election, luxury real estate developers Isaac Toledano joked that a lot of Floridians are going to give Mamdani an award for being the best broker of the year. Toledano is one of several Miami-based developers hoping to cash in on what they anticipate will be an influx of high net worth New Yorkers escaping to the Sunshine State if Democratic Socialist Mamdani wins the city's mayoral race this week. Fears that Mamdani's left-wing policies will drive the wealthy. Rob, do you have a video on this one?
Yep.
Will leave fear that Mamdani's left-wing, some of the wealthy New Yorkers have circulated since the 34-year politician unexpectedly clinched the Democratic primary. Billionaire hedge fund manager Bill Ackman, who has poured cash into opposing Mamdani's campaign, predicted an exodus of companies and individuals to New York. Go ahead, Rob.
Listen to this, guys.
On you at 6, some here in South Florida have their eyes on the race for mayor in New York City.
That was an interesting point. South Florida realtors say they've been contacted by New Yorkers already looking to move to the Sunshine State if self-described Democratic Socialist Zohran Mamdani is elected mayor of New York City. CBS News Miami's Bree Buckley looks into it.
A lot of people are worried.
Isaac Toledano is the CEO and founder of BH Group Miami, a high-end real estate development firm. He says the race for mayor in New York City could impact South Florida.
We already see a lot of New York buyers and their brokers and agents and representatives already looking to buy real estate and getting information.
His clients say they're worried if self-described Democratic Socialist Zohran Mamdani is elected mayor that crime will rise as well as taxes. He campaigned to lower the cost of living for the working class, proposing a rent freeze and free bus service, partially funded by raising taxes 2% for top earners. Mamdani has been leading the polls against Republican
because it's official now. So what do you think? You think it's going to be a big net positive for South Florida and Florida in real estate?
I think it will have an influence because of the two things that were mentioned there. One is obviously taxes do have an impact. We know that, right? In Florida is zero state income tax.
Correct.
And then when you look at the crime, you talked about it earlier.
Correct.
If crime rises and if there's extraordinarily lenient laws towards criminals and you invite more criminals in because of that incentive, there's only so much that people could take because you worry about your safety. I think that could be those two items could be big influencers. And if you have people move down here, right now we have a bit more supply in Florida. So I don't think it would have a big influence on prices immediately. I think it would just stabilize things, maybe some modest gains. But if the trend continued, it could push prices higher here. There's also a lot of development too. So
so guys, real quickly here, whenever you are saying you're going to raise taxes, so to speak, and have social workers going to crime scenes, that's not a recipe to attract capital. Therefore, capital leaves your entire environment. So this is the reason why I say Dallas, Texas will become the new financial capital of the world because of the buffoonery of New York voting for this guy. And this is not me saying this. they were doing the campaign. They already had phone calls from the affluent and the wealthy up in New York, talking about New York City, leaving the state, leaving the city to come to Florida. There is the proof. Right there. Right there. Man, guys, well, guys, the next topic, guys, when we get back from our break real quickly here, guys, is we're going to talk about a topic that I'm very familiar with, guys. It's called rent control, guys. Let's dive into this, guys. We see you on the other side. Here we go. Still working 40 plus hours a week and still broke. Inflation's outpacing your wages. Insurance is insane. And your side hustle just isn't cutting it. What if I told you there was a way for you to build income by leveraging and using the exact same technology that banks and big corporations currently use right now, with no inventory and no tech skills needed? We've helped hundreds escape the paycheck-to-paycheck trap by sharing smarter services like lower cost healthcare, competitive auto and home insurance, better loan products, higher yield bank deposits, and even ways to cut energy costs, all in one place. Take this 30-second quiz to see if you qualify. Click on the link below or click on the link in my bio. All right, guys, we are back, guys. Let's talk about the progressive policy, taxation, and really rent control that Zohran Mamdani has been talking about concerning what's going on. Rent control. Let's dive into this, guys. We're going to dive into a couple different things on rent control, all right? The first one's going to be a video talk about the information. Then we're going to talk about how it's not going to work. What is rent control? Rent control is the government stepping in saying that you can only charge X amount of percentage on an annual basis for when it comes to rent. Normally the market determines what that is, right? So if a 3, 5, 6, 10% yield up on an annual basis, the market says this is what it is, so that's what it's charged. Zohran is saying, nope, I get to determine how much is actually how much is being charged. Not the market, I do. So if he says 3%, 3%. No matter if the market says it's 10. Do you see? Some folks say, that's great, that's wonderful. No, that's not, because what's going to happen is that's going to de-incentivize capital investment in New York. Therefore, there's no one building any homes, and now what? But let's dive into it, guys, real quickly. Let's bring in our boys PBD real quickly on this one and dive into this topic of rent control, guys, and I'll give you a little bit more information about it. Here we go.
Here's Mamdani's Poly Market. They just literally tweeted this an hour and a half ago of what, Rob, I don't know if you saw this one with Humberto that he sent it in. You know which one I'm saying? Poly Market came up, okay? His rent freeze, the bet, if you want to make it, is 65% likely. There you go. 63% chance he delivers on his promise of rent freeze.
Wow.
Okay? Will Mamdani freeze New York City rent before 2027? 63 says yes. He's going to pull that off. What do you think? How terrible of an idea is this? How great of an idea is this, Barry?
Well, just go to where you have current rent freezes. It usually doesn't provide the best conditions. Landlords don't have incentives. Real estate values are harmed. You don't have people that want to purchase those because you can't make money on those properties.
Yeah.
You have to give incentives for investment, and you have to give incentives for good conditions.
Yeah.
And why is this a bad thing?
I think rent freezes.
Who's turned off by this? Who does this hurt?
Listen.
Isn't this a noble thing, though?
Developers.
Isn't this helping out people that don't want their rents to increase? Isn't it fair for them to not have their rents being increased? Because he's saying it's a great idea, and people voted for this.
So who's going to provide the housing for that?
Correct.
I mean, who's going to provide that type of housing, and what quality of housing would it be?
Correct.
You've got to figure out the finances on that one way or another.
Think about how bad just rent controls are. Like some of the most expensive areas in the world to live in are places that have rent controls, which is in New York and California already. But it's the same thing that you said, but just to a smaller magnitude of not wanting to build or not having an incentive to own. But it's that times 10.
Tom, thoughts?
So again, guys, rent control is the dumbest idea I've heard in my life. The dumbest. But again, don't take my word for it. Let's go over to another guy, and his name is Steve Stossel, and he's talking about rent control real quickly. Let's go here real quickly, guys, and let's see what he has to say concerning this here. This is how rent control is going to be hurting people. Here we go.
You're paying too much on rent.
Rents rose a record 11% last year.
It is extortion.
Activists want to fix that. So
what they're saying is when rents are raising, they are smuggling in an intent saying that the investors or the landlords are the ones that they're actually manufacturing a rent raise. No, it's the markets determining what that is, not the landlords. Dumbass people.
Both Minneapolis and St. Paul voted for. And St. Paul voted for
the most stringent measure in the country.
This is meant to curb extractive rent increases, unfair profiteering.
It's predatory practice.
Those are powerful words. But what do the words mean? Profiteering? Profits are what persuade people to build things.
Correct.
When profits are high, other builders rush in to grab those profits.
Correct.
Soon there'll be more housing, and that will lower rents. That's just how markets work.
If we have less supply, prices go up.
Cecil Smith of Minnesota's Multi-Housing Association.
We need more supply. We need more housing.
But studies show rent control reduces the supply of rental housing.
Of course.
Activists don't want to hear that.
We don't need more studies. We don't need to collect more data. We need action now.
St. Paul's actions were uniquely strict.
Many cities exempt new construction. St. Paul's ordinance would not.
It's the most draconian rent control that anybody's ever imagined.
This is such a step backwards.
Mercatus Center economist Salim Firth studies housing.
What St. Paul is doing is actually going to hurt renters because they're going to have fewer choices. The market's going to shrink and quality is going to fall.
St. Paul's mayor voted for rent control, but now has second thoughts.
Turning off our supply of new housing would be disastrous for us as a community.
The mayor voted for it, but now he says, wait a second, we shouldn't apply this to new housing.
Yeah, because he knows that it's just absolutely going to shut down construction.
Of course.
Every rent control ordinance that even lefties have supported has had an exemption for new construction because everybody understood that if you apply this to new construction, you would completely shut it down.
Lenders are going to have to look long and hard about financing a project coming up.
If you don't already have a building, why would you enter a market where it seems like the government is actively trying to hurt you? You're providing an essential service, something that human beings need to live. And if the government there is viewing you as a hostile outsider, I wouldn't want to bring any service into a market like that.
Correct.
In St. Paul, they can just move a few blocks over to St. Paul's Twin City. Although Minneapolis also voted to allow rent control, they've been wary about imposing it.
There'd be a final report by the end of this year so voters could weigh in next year's election.
It matters that we take action now.
This city council member's frustrated that
Listen to this,
Minneapolis hasn't yet adopted St. Paul's strict rules.
I'm going to keep fighting for a 3% cap with all of you.
I want us to follow their lead.
She's the only Minnesota rent control promoter who'd talk to me. If you're a builder, why would you build in a place where you can't raise the rent more than 3%, which is less than inflation?
If you're a person who lives in this city and you can't stay here anymore, then we don't have a city anymore.
But the way you have a city is if people build apartments and houses.
Correct.
And that's what eventually brings the price down.
In other cities, we have continued to see the development of property continue to happen.
What cities?
In San Francisco, there's continued to be development.
San Francisco? That's a bad example of new development. Builders still build in Minneapolis. Building permits were up 65% last winter. But in St. Paul, they're down 60%. Because of rent control. You're not going to get more apartments by pushing this. This pause is one of those rare interview moments where silence reveals so much.
I mean,
don't elected officials research issues before imposing government force on others?
No.
I'm going to maintain that
trash.
Guaranteeing housing for people and making sure that they can stay in their homes matters more than anything else does.
You're a socialist.
Yeah.
Where has that ever worked?
Again, the pause says it.
I'm doing a just fine job of representing my community.
Wow.
Rent control is an appropriate tool nationally.
Nationally, socialists believe in rent control too.
Tell landlords that they cannot simply jack up their rents to any rate that they want.
But landlords can't just jack up rents.
Exactly.
They don't set the price. The market as a whole sets the price.
Correct.
The conditions of how many housing units are there, how many people are looking for housing, that's a market. You can't just magic away the fact that more people want to live in your city than you've provided homes for.
I don't wanna pay it. That's not the popular answer. I don't wanna pay it. Progressives everywhere push for rent control.
Rent has got to go. The people want rent control.
People don't learn.
I live in the only town in Maryland that has rent control. We've had it since the 70s. We have not built a single multifamily building since that law was passed.
The late economist Walter Williams once told me,
short of aerial bombardment, the best way to destroy a city is through rent controls.
Correct. Correct.
Rent control once destroyed much of New York City because landlords couldn't make money. Some started fires for insurance.
Damn.
They just let it burn.
And even before the fires, they stopped doing maintenance.
We don't have the water. We have to go outside to get the water because the landlord doesn't want to do anything in the building.
The buildings were awful. They didn't run hot water pipes.
Landlords just don't reinvest. They don't take care of their properties. They don't send a plumber promptly when water starts leaking.
Today, rents are up, and that's hard. But in the long run, rent controls will only make the problem worse.
What we need to do is build more houses. That is the solution to rising housing costs.
Hope you like these videos.
So again, guys, that is rent control, guys. It's the dumbest policy, one of the dumbest that I've ever heard. So guys, you got to cut it out. Cut that thing out. That's trash. That's horse manure. That's garbage. Rent control. And where did this 3% cap come from? Did you pull it out your ass? Is that what you did? Where does 3% come from? Like where did it come from? You just made it up? 3%. The dumbest thing in the world. And it's like you saw the exchange between Stossel, right? John Stossel and the city councilwoman. She's so committed to her ideology that she didn't even study if it even works because she's so committed to this theory, right? And that's the thinking running cities in the United States. We're in some trouble. This is the dumbest thing in the world. Rent control? Tell me, if you are an investor, right? If you're an investor, how in the world would capping how much I can make, not letting the market determine that, you sitting behind a freaking desk operating off of theory, you can tell me how much money I should make. That's called authoritarianism, right? This is the dumbest crap I've ever heard in my life. Rent control? These dumb people, and they're always young, besides Bernie Sanders with his old ass. Sit his little old ass down. Why do y'all keep voting him back in Delaware? Where is he from? Delaware, I think? Is it Delaware? No, Maine? Why y'all keep voting this dude in? He's in his 80s. He got to go. Golly, rent freaking control? Dumb people. I mean, Alonzo said rent control and freeze is dangerous for owners. They're not getting any profit, but still have to maintain mortgages and insurance out of pocket. Exactly. This the dumbest, stupidest idea I've heard in my life. Rent freaking control. Huh? By some dumbasses. Just stupid. And then you have dumbasses vote these people in over and over and over again. I don't want to hear nothing from Minneapolis, St. Paul, California, Oregon, Washington State, named Portland, Seattle, Washington, D.C., New York City, I don't want to hear nothing from y'all. Hey, you vote these dumb people in, deal with the consequences. And no, we're not sending any type of bailout from the federal government. Hell no. No, sir. Figure that out. Figure all that out. No, sir. We ain't giving you nothing. Matter of fact, if New York wants to do business with Texas, hey, Governor Abbott, tariff they asses. Yes, sir. We want sound good business in Texas. What we want. We don't want dumb people, dumb asses coming down from New York. If you want to do business with New York, Texas, tariff they asses. Tax everything that come in from New York. Everything. Everything. Let them know what time it is. Let's show them how to do business. Nope, no problem. They're gonna F around and find out. No problem. It is what it is. Rent control. Stupid ass people. Dumb. I mean, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm turned up. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm turned up. I'm turned up. I'm turned up. Yeah, I'm on my job today, guys. I'm motivated to do this one. This is ridiculous. These dumb people. How y'all keep voting people in? God damn. Wow. This is ridiculous. Rent control. What the? Oh my God. But they cap the politicians. Oh, there we go, Alonzo. Hey, how about salary cap control, huh? How politicians? Salary cap control. How is it that the dumb people making decisions never put any caps on their salaries? It's always measured via inflation. So if inflation goes to 3 or 4%, their salaries go up 3 or 4%. It's never capped out. The salary is never kept out. And number two, politicians, I'm talking about on the Republican and Democrat side, you're saying Obamacare is so good, right? Why did all you Bamas exempt all y'all from Obamacare? But it's so damn good. Huh? Y'all on a completely different healthcare plan. But Obamacare was so good that Nancy Pelosi said, in order for you to be able to do what's in the bill, we gotta pass it first. It's so good. But all y'all except from it. All y'all. Trash. These stupid ass policies. Dumb people. Dumb smart people. Oh, I can't stand dumb people. I can't stand them. At all. At all. Golly. Man. All right, y'all. Now it's my turn to get it in, man. I normally have some music on, guys, but unfortunately, I ain't have it uploaded. It is what it is. Nope, it's not loaded. Anyways, guys, let me see. Nothing. No, we got nothing. No, I ain't got nothing. All right, y'all. Is this the beginning of the New York decline? Yes, it is. It is. It's the beginning of the New York decline. It is. I feel sorry for you guys out there who y'all don't have the means to move out of New York. Get out, because I would say get out. Get out. It has not gotten bad enough for New York yet. You got dumb people still running New York. Think about it, guys. There's really two candidates, Zohran Mamdani and Andrew Cuomo. Both were terrible candidates. Just let that sink in. Let that sink in. Y'all keep voting for the dumb people. Dumb, stupid people. Yes. It's in the decline, yes. Here's the reason why I said it, guys. Number one, when your mantra, your policy is to tax the wealthy, a high tax environment is not a valuable environment for capital. Capital finds valuable places to rest in, right? And a high taxation environment is not a valuable place to rest in. So what does it do? It finds those valuable places to rest in, like a Texas, a Tennessee, an Oklahoma, a Florida, right? Those are more economically sound and friendly business stations to do business in. So therefore, what does the sound money do? The sound money leaves New York City. So yes, New York, you're going to see a mass exodus out of the top 1/3. I'm sorry, the top 1%, which is accounts for a third of your tax revenue. And the thing about it is the dumb people out there that voted for Zohran Mamdani, they're so dumb. They really believe no matter how high you tax the wealthy, right? Whatever it may be, right? They'll still stay because they do so much business in New York City. That's how dumb they are. They believe that we can do anything we want to do to you guys, but you're still gonna stay because it's your city. You do so much business, you'll be okay. They really believe this crap, y'all. They really do. And another thing, guys, for the 14th time, the wealthy do not pay taxes legally. They don't, because money is debt. They don't live off of income. They live off of debt by leveraging their assets. If you look at any CEO, they have, some of them do have a salary, they do, but the lion's share of their compensation comes in the form of stocks, assets that increase in value. So when you hear Jeff Bezos is worth $100 billion, he didn't have $100 billion in the bank. If you look at his combined companies on paper, it's valued at $100 billion. Now, he has millions in the bank, sure, but I guarantee those millions is debt. It's debt. It's leveraged the proper way. Come on, guys. And it's rent control garbage, man. If you want to really tank your city, keep doing rent control. I will never invest in real estate in New York, no, or California, or Washington State, or Oregon, never. Because the environment there is not friendly for business. So no, I will not invest there. It's real simple. It is not hard. Make sense, guys? It's just, man, this was a very, very interesting thing, guys. Well, guys, man, thank you so much for your time, guys. Really quickly, as we get to the end, guys, if you would like to holler at your partner real quickly and ask me any question that you want, you can actually get in touch with me directly on an app called Connect, guys. All right, app called Connect. It's a app you can direct message me on it, do a video call with me, send me a text message, whatever you like to do. If you want to ask me questions about business, finance, family, marriage, the Bible, anything you want to talk about, just send me a question or schedule time with me, and I'll sit down and talk with you guys. If you want just to reason together, plan things out together. All right, analyze the situation together. Holler at your partner. I'm on the app called Connect, guys. All right. If you want now, to do it, guys, do me a favor, scan on the QR code real quickly right here, or you can look in the show notes below and click on the link and schedule time, guys. All right. Number 2, guys. Also, guys, hey, as you guys know, I'm a real estate investor and a private equity investor as well. All right, guys. I develop a lot of real estate, and I'm always asked, when is the best time to buy real estate? I always say anytime, because you make money when you buy, not when you sell. Right now, how do you know where to buy the best at? Simple. I buy distressed properties below wholesale. The key thing is distressed properties below wholesale. Right? I'm giving away the free ebook, guys. It is completely free. All right. On how to locate distressed properties, whether it be apartment complexes, land, right? Single family residences, or even commercial buildings and office buildings. How you locate distressed properties in your city, county, or state, guys. It's anytime, guys. It's any, but we walk through each and every strategy. It's free, guys. We also walk through a strategy to where you can actually get a list of properties from your city for free. It's in the book, guys. How do you get access to the book? 3 ways. Number 1, click on the link below in the show notes. Number 2, scan on the QR code here on the screen right there, guys. And number 3, guys, DM me the word real estate, and my team will get this link out to you today. It's the same link, and you go download it today. It is free, guys. It is free. All right, guys. And then lastly, guys, some people tell me like, Dale, you know what? I like to do real estate, but I don't want to do real estate. It's a little bit too complex. I understand. I'm rocking with you. Now, guys, I would say this here. As a private equity investor, I'm always looking at different models to invest in. There's one model that you should be looking at right now because of the AI push. It's called a FinTech model. It stands for financial technology. It's really in the essential services arena, guys, right? Companies like Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Chase, as well as Farmers Insurance, State Farm, they are kind of divorcing themselves from the brick and mortar model and going more digital, right? So that's why you have the term FinTech. What they're doing is they're allowing for that allows for them to constrain their operations to where they actually have a lower operational budget, but it increases the delta, right? That arbitrage there for them to make a higher yield of profit. They're willing to share it with entrepreneurs like you and I to be able to bring those clientele to their agents that'll be in one centralized location, guys, right? Let me give you an example. What if you could actually make 4% when someone pays their mortgage per month, up to 4%, pays their car note, right? Opens up a bank account, right? Pays for their home insurance, right? Their auto insurance, their renter's insurance, right? An electric bill, right? Does that make some sense, guys? Do you see what's actually happening right now, guys? When they use a credit card, when they buy health insurance. Yes, this is available to you guys, right? Again, if you want to know what this FinTech model is, it is free information. Do one of three things. Click. You can DM me the word mentor, right? My team will get you out the link. Scan on the QR code here on the screen, or in the show notes, there's a link down there, guys. Click on the link. Go to the information. It is free. You fill out a little survey, but it's free, guys. And look at it, and you can determine if the model is good for you or not. It's very simple, guys. All right, guys. But FinTech, financial technology, is the way to go moving forward, all because of the AI, money behind AI, guys. It's going to be bonkers, guys. All right, guys. Now, every single Friday, which is tomorrow, guys, we have something called Real Estate Friday Live. Oh, man, again, why is it I got my colors right, man? Hold on, y'all. Let me get my colors right, y'all. It's orange. There we go, baby. We have Real Estate Friday Lives, guys, every single Friday at 5 p.m. CST. My partner Cliff and I, we get it in, guys. Here's a little bit of a sneak peek of what we talk about. Here we go.
What's good, baby? It's your boy Dale. I'm back in the saddle again. Our motto is to buy, build. We already bought it already, so we already own it, free and clear. Refinance to long-term debt, cash flow. That is the motto. Cliff, man, is that a pretty strong motto, man? What do you think?
Man, the model is strong. Like, you're getting each piece of the invest, right?
Guys, every Friday at 5 p.m. CST, guys, so that's Central Standard Time. Cliff and I, we get it in, baby. We talk about all things. We'll say tomorrow we're going to be talking about the Fed cut, guys, and also mortgage rates. Is going to be another Fed cut, and also what's going to happen, right, when a new Federal Reserve chairman gets installed. Will he be cutting rates a little bit more? Right? And will there be a boom or a bust in real estate? We're going to talk about all of that and how you can make money now and then, guys. All right. But guys, thank you so much for your time. God bless you guys. 1 second. Let me get rid of this real fast. My bad, y'all. Oh, let me go back. Boom. Okay, got you. Guys, go with your thoughts. Give me your thoughts, guys, on what's going on. Let me know. Comment below. Right. If this was a good tutorial of it, I get asked a lot to talk about politics and kind of combine a business kind of perspective into that thing, guys. So again, guys, my whole goal is for us to sit in and reason together, and we can look at we can make political things that maybe look complex more simpler, guys. Right. So we can kind of reason better together and plan a lot better, guys. But guys, thank you so much for your time. God bless you. I hand it every single time, guys. Before you leave, baby, while you can, you see that thing, baby. take that damn picture and give it to mom in the hottest spot. God bless you guys. See you next time. All right, y'all. Peace. What if you could help families lower their bills and get paid for it? Healthcare premiums, insurance rates, and loan interest just keep climbing higher. And most people just keep paying without knowing that there's a better way. We use a fintech platform that connects people to lower healthcare costs, competitive auto and home insurance, better loan products, higher yield bank deposits, and even ways to cut energy costs, all in one place. It's the same technology that banks and big corporations use currently. But now entrepreneurs like us can leverage this technology to build an income stream and help others save. Take our 30-second assessment to see if this business model is a fit for you. Click on the link, watch the short video after, and let's explore what's possible.
Okay, so you did fixes and flips first, or were they? Now it sounds like you're more buying whole. Okay, so you were wholesaling first. Okay,
because I was broke. I had no credit, I had no money. So I had to get some money coming in. So I learned how to do wholesale.
And you were doing wholesaling at the good time too. 2000. When it wasn't so saturated. There was.
I kind of saw the debacle coming. Okay, it didn't make any sense. I was like, wait a minute, how can you lend out to retail buyers 99.7%? Yeah, just a little bit of a down tick. It's insolvent.
And you got to remember, in some states, because I lived in Florida at the time, you could have loan to value above 100% of your property. Right. The first property that I bought, it was 110%. We left the bank with like $30,000.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
It was amazing to me. I was like, why am I not doing this all the time? But then clearly 08, 09 let me know why people shouldn't have been doing that all the time.
08, 09, that's why I made that lion's share of my money.
Wow. Okay.
Actually running from the cows, I was running to it.
Of course.
Because I saw it was coming.
Okay.
A lot of my business colleagues back then were buying flippers.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was wise for me to share 50% of my profit with Uncle Sam. He didn't do no work.
Okay.
So why would I give him free money?
Of course.
Okay, how can I make sure I'm still legal, but keep the lion's share of the cash flow?
Of course.
So I began studying the tax code with my accountants and CPAs, and I said, okay, I'm going to buy a whole lot of properties. Now watch this. I actually buy a lot of properties. I take home money when I actually acquire it. Every single time.
Okay, you need to break that down just a little bit.
If you'd like to learn how successful real estate investors make money when they acquire real estate, but not when they sell it, click on the link below, swipe up, DM me the word to real estate to download our free ebook, Distressed Property Investing. The blueprint is in the ebook. Stay blessed. I'll let your partner and download the ebook today.